Hello and welcome to Froch on Fighting with me, Carl the Cobra Froch, former unified super middleweight world boxing champion and International Boxing Hall of Famer. This episode is brought to you by Cobra Casino. So it's official. Daniel Dubois will be taking on Anthony Joshua at the Wembley Stadium, 21st of September. They announced it yesterday. Right, I know a little thing about Wembley Stadium, let me tell you. But before I talk about this fight and the massive undercard, which is a great undercard by the way, I just want to tell you about my friends at HelloFresh who are sponsoring this video. As you all know, the Cobra is in fantastic shape, but I ain't always got time to be in the kitchen preparing the food, and that's where Rachel comes in. And that's where my friends at HelloFresh come in. With HelloFresh, you can spend more time enjoying this fantastic weather that we're seeing and less time in the kitchen because they will deliver fresh ingredients and easy to follow recipes directly to your door. Yesterday, I spent a bit of time in the kitchen with my two little girls. They can get involved. They love being practical kids. They're hands-on and they can follow the recipes and enjoy it. Make cooking a family affair. It's brilliant. You can get 60% off plus 20% off for the next 2 months and free desserts for life. Try the new game, Catch and Cook, for a chance to win great prizes. During June, you'll get the chance to play. There are more than 10,000 prizes. You can play the game on stream by scanning the flyer in your box. Scan the QR code on the screen to get started and click the link in the description box. So Dubois AJ has been announced. It's a great fight. I mean, that's a fight that it could go either way. I'd probably make AJ a favourite, but Daniel Dubois, young, hungry, pretty fresh. He's going to be coming for it. And the undercard as well. The undercard's fantastic. What a great undercard. What a good job. I've got to be honest, the promoters are putting some fantastic fights on and it's coming to Wembley Stadium. And I'm going to break it all down and talk about the undercard. But if I'm honest, the Cobra's got something on his mind. Something on my chest that I want to just clear. Me and Anthony Joshua had a conversation yesterday. Well, a little message back and forth. He was asked about the Cobra. Carl Froch, one word answer. What did he say? He called me a prick. Prick! Ah, me? Never been a prick, have I? Rach, back me up. So anyway, he calls me a prick. Rachel's happy about that. Yeah, I don't understand what it is, so I went straight back at him, like I'd go back at anybody that calls me that. Who the fuck are you calling a prick? That's what I sent him. And the response was very strange, very entertaining, and actually, gold dust. So obviously, Anthony Joshua doesn't like me, which is a shame because I can't say I've always been a massive fan, but we've got a lot of history together. We trained at the England squad, the EIS in Sheffield. He was there for 3 or 4 years while I was training with Rob McCracken, who ended up being his coach as well. We've sat and had breakfast together at the Premier Inn hotel around the breakfast room, seeing him sitting there with his 10-egg omelette at me in amazement. How did he put 10 eggs away? But I've got no problem with Anthony Joshua. I just try to be honest. That's what I do here on Froch and Fighting. I'm honest, and my honesty, as we've seen over the past, really upsets people and they get the knickers in a twist. And yeah, they don't like the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts, but the truth also sets you free. And me, I can look in the mirror and I like the guy staring back at me because I'm honest, I'm true to myself. I won't follow a narrative and I won't be told what to say or do. I'm doing my own thing here on Froch on Fighting, and this is why you tune in. But anyway, he's called me a prick, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of why he's called me a prick. He sent back and just said, I don't like you. I don't like you. I'm like, why? Why don't you like me? What's the problem? And I think in my own head, while I'm waiting for him to respond, I'm thinking, he obviously doesn't like the fact that I'm quite critical, but it's constructive criticism. Since losing to Ruiz and then losing twice to Usyk, he came back and he fought, who was it? Franklin and Helenius, Otto Wallin, then he beat on Francis Ngannou. I mean, that was a great performance against Ngannou. But maybe it's because on my last interview, which I've just done on Froch on Fighting, if you've not seen it, get a look at that, with Ricky Hatton, recently inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Well deserved as well, by the way. So me and Ricky are having a bit of a chat. And I've mentioned that AJ is probably going to be a close fight with Dubois. It could be closer than what people think. And I've said the reason is because AJ's not really beaten anybody of note. There's no big name on there. Nobody came to win. Nobody stuck it on him since losing to Usyk. So the fact that no one's really stuck it on him, like I expect Daniel Dubois to, I think that's upset him and got him angry, and it's killing him. But he's lost a bit of class. His response to me And the way he went about it was just all about, I mean, he started personal insults. He started on my physical appearances, mentioned my nose again. I mean, come on, have a look at that beauty. Surgeon did a great job. If you want to know, go in the comments below and I'll give you the surgeon. But listen, I'm in a great place. But for Anthony Joshua to then go where he went, and where he went was, it was all about the bunts, all about the money. So he thinks he's pulled the ace card out the sleeve by just saying to me, I've earned a lot more money than you, Froch. I'm more intelligent than you because I've earned a lot more money. Listen, you've done fantastic. You've made a lot of money. There's a lot of money in Saudi Arabia and you've been paid very well. Good. I'm happy for you. You've got some sponsors and they're paying well. Fair play to you. We're in that ring, getting punched in the head, and we need to earn as much money as we can. But what happened to stay humble? You're talking about, I've made more money than you, so I'm more intelligent than you. I've had a better career because I've made more money. Listen, if you get inducted into the Hall of Fame, then you can talk about how good your career's been, because that's an acknowledgement. Hopefully one day you'll get there. But don't just talk about money. Don't just make it about money, because there's no class. And what happened to the humble Anthony Joshua? The humble guy that said it's not about money, it's not about material things. It's about family and love and respect. That guy's now gone. So what I take from the whole conversation is that Anthony Joshua was really, really pissed off with me to call me a prick and to come back at me and say he doesn't like me and then tell me how much money he's got.
Come on now, oh my God, God. Get on my level. Get on my level.
It's water off a duck's back. To be honest, I don't care who I upset. There's no personal animosity. I don't want to get personal with the back and forth beast, because he's come to me, Anthony Joshua has come to me with the light little threats. There's small threats in there, and the mannerisms in which, and the demeanour in which he's putting it across to me, I could feel threatened, but I don't give a shit. I'm the Cobra. I'll front anybody face to face. Not because I'm a big hard man and a 4-time world champ, Hall of Famer, and I can fight a little bit, and I've got a granite chin. None of all that, just because I want to be honest. I want people to come to me and say, let's go to Froch for the news. Let's see what the honesty is saying. Call me the truth, call me what you want. But AJ getting wound up and getting really upset and coming back at me, telling me how much money he's got, I don't even want to really go down this path of exposing it, but I've got to, because you're calling me a PRICK. You've got no real reason for it other than the fact that I've been honest about your career. You need to get over it and you need to concentrate on the rest of your career, try and finish on a high. And hopefully, and I mean this, hopefully one day I'll see you at the Hall of Fame. But at the minute, your attitude, your personality is totally classless, and I'm a little bit in shock. And by the way, there's a lot more. There's more messages, there's more voicemails. Like I said, I thought you'd either been smoking or drinking, because it gets bad. But I'm going to hold it back and keep it. I've got receipts for all of this if it's needed. But I just want to get this over to my fans and ask them, what do you think his problem is? Let me know in the comments below what you think Anthony Joshua's problem is. Is it just he doesn't like the honesty? If that's what it is, then tough, because that's all you're going to get from me is pure honesty. Listen, I don't want to go down the road of he said, she said, and you're the big bad man. What I want to do is I want to see a British heavyweight become a world champion, whether that's Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois. I'm coming on here, Froch on Fighting, and just telling the truth from a guy who's been in a position of world titles. I've been on the floor a couple of times. I've been beaten, I've come back from defeats, and I know the game inside out. And I just want to give my opinion, my expert opinion, if I do say so, my expert analysis, and let people enjoy it. And if you're going to get wound up and upset and start falling out and start doing idle threats, I don't give a shit, honestly. I'm not bothered, because I'm still going to keep doing what I'm doing whilst the people are still enjoying it. But don't forget, stay humble. Maybe this is the new AJ. Hopefully not. Maybe he's changed. The same money changes people. But I think he needs to just concentrate on his boxing career. He's towards the end of his career. Obviously now he's made it quite clear that he's only interested in the bottom line, the money. That's fine. It's a tough sport and you want to make as much money as you can. But come on, he's not skint, is he? But if that's all he's interested in, then for me, that's not going to bring back these titles. That's not going to become he's not going to become a unified world champion again. So he's called me a prick, and I've gone back to him and said, who are you fucking calling a prick? And, you know, he's come back and said, I don't like you. Well, fair enough, you don't like me. But all I've done is been honest and give constructive criticism on what you've done since losing to Ruiz and Usyk and where you're going now. You're fighting Dubois. There's no need to get personal. No need to start on a man's hooter. It's looking pretty good, by the way. And then you've got your £10 and your £20 notes rolled out on your bed. He's saying, levels, it's all about levels. Where's the humble guy gone? Where's remain humble, stay humble? You know, where's that Anthony Joshua? Because I like that guy. I really don't think you're just all about the money. Maybe you are. Maybe you've been spoiled. Turkey Al Sheikh's put some mega money in your direction and maybe it's gone to your head. Listen, you talk about levels. He says, I'm not on his level. But he's talking about money. Fair play to him. He's made a fortune. He's smashed it. But let's talk about levels in terms of legacy and fights and career wins. A little fat kid from Mexico made him quit for fuck's sake. He spat his gum shield out and just looking around looking for the corner, looking for people in the crowd to help him out. He got punched from pillar to post. Okay, he climbed off the floor, what was it, 2 or 3 times? The referee's looking at him. Do you want to carry on? Do you want to keep fighting? And what's he done? He's quit on his feet. That is embarrassing. Something the Cobra would never ever do. And you can take that to the bank. It's not all bad news. And listen, I'm trying to have a bit of fun with this and lighten the mood a little bit. Anthony Joshua has now got a chance to redeem himself and come back and become world champion again. A 3-time world champion. He's fighting Daniel Dubois for the IBF title. Obviously, Alexander Usyk, the real champion that's beat all of them, has vacated the IBF because of politics, basically. But AJ and Dubois get to show us what they've got on the 21st of September. So what I'd suggest to AJ is to concentrate on his career. Don't worry about me or what anybody else's opinion of him is. Just get on with your career. Get in the gym. Try and get yourself hungry. We know you're not humble anymore. But try and stay hungry and get yourself back in world title contention. You've got a big chance here to redeem yourself and try and finish your career on some kind of level where you can say, listen, I've got a legacy. Because as far as I'm concerned, every time he stepped up and been asked the question, he's been found wanting. He's got beat. But if he wants to finish on a high and compare himself with the likes of me and any other Hall of Famers around, he's got a lot of work to do. I think with his mindset and his attitude and the way he's being at the minute, he's not making all the right noises. But I sincerely wish him all the best. I hope the best man wins, AJ Dubois. Looking forward to it, 21st of September. Don't miss it. I'll probably be there. If I'm not, I'll be doing a Froch along, so enjoy that. So that's it for another episode of Froch on Fighting. That was really eventful. Last night, I didn't laugh myself to sleep, but I went to sleep with a smile on my face, but also a slight bit of concern, like, what's going on? What angle is he coming from? So I've been a bit soft today. I've got behind my jab, stuck behind my jab, boxed and moved a little bit, but there's a bit more in there if I have to. If I have to come out swinging, start sending that uppercut or that check up right hand, boom, then I will do. But for now, this has been Froch on Fighting. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of this juicy action. Take care.